Golden Slipper winning jockey Ryan Moore gives insight to Royal Ascot rides. Queen and Stakes, Lusail number 6, $34. I think the betting has this right. With Lockinge winner Modern Games having very solid claims, it is very hard to see him not being involved, and Inspiral is clearly right up there at her best. Which came first time up at this meeting last season. I'd marginally favour Inspiral of that pair, but they don't set that higher bar in Group 1 terms, and that gives us all a chance of sorts. My colt clearly has a fair bit to find in this grade, but he was only just touched off in the St. James Palace here last year, and quick ground suits him best, so the less rain from here the better for him. You can give him an each-way chance at a price on his run here last year, and his pre-Jean Pret third, but he clearly has a very tough task. He was clearly very impressive when winning on his debut by 10 lengths on soft ground at Navan, and I was again very taken with him when scoring under a £3 penalty at Nars last time. Clearly, the manner in which he finished off his race over 5F would have given you plenty of encouragement that this extra furlong will bring out a lot of improvement in him. In fact, I think he would probably get 7F already. The form of that Nars win has been franked since 2, so we are obviously very hopeful of a big run. Confidence is not a word I would use with so many similarly unexposed promising 2-year-olds in here. But I'll just say he is in very good shape for this. We will see how being drawn 6 of 22 unfolds. King Stan Stakes, Twilight Calls number 14, $21. Again, it looks like the betting has called this correctly. For all it is obviously a pretty big deep field. Coolangatta sets the standard on her Group 1 winning form in Australia, and Highfield Princess holds the strongest form claims of the home team. My Mount Twilight Calls has underperformed in both starts this term, but maybe the testing ground was against him the first time up in the Palace House, and he was not ideally drawn at Haydock last time. If he is back in the same form as when second to Nature Strip in this race last season, then of course he has an outside, each-way chance, but he needs to step up a good deal on what we have seen of him this term. I would also give a good word for Monacan in this, as he clearly ran a huge race when third from a terrible draw in the Palace House. St. James Palace Stakes, Paddington number 8, $3. 10. You can obviously make a case for at least 5 of these. And we are only a short neck away from having the winners of the English, Irish and French Guineas in here. No one horse has posted a standout. Scary figure as yet though, so the up-and-comers like Mostopshire and Cicero's Gift are right in the mix, too. I do like my colt, however. The manner in which he has gone from handicap to listed to classic success this season speaks for itself, and he was dominant and powerful through the line at the Curragh. He will need to step up again to win this, but you have to love his progression, and he is another who comes into this race in a very good place at home. His draw in 8 is possibly not ideal, but we can't change that. Ascot Stakes, Bring on the Night number 5, $2.60. We haven't seen him since he finished a 3/4 length second to Coltrane in this race last season. At the moment, I couldn't tell you the exact reason for the absence. Though he is obviously a very lightly raced 6-year-old who has had his setbacks in the past. The trainer is a master in the staying contests at this meeting, so if he is here, then he is primed to excel. He is £3 higher than last year, but Coltrane was running off 98 there and is now rated 117, so we will be unlucky to bump into another one like that. Quite obviously though, it's a very competitive and open handicap. Wolferton Stakes, Bolshoi Ballet number 5, $7.50. We also had him in the Prince of Wales Stakes at this meeting, but this looks the best spot for him at the moment. He is on his way back to his Grade 1 winning best on the evidence of his Newbury third for me last time, and we know he has the pace to handle this step down to 1M2F. It looks like a ridiculously competitive race, with Little covering a dozen or so of these on ratings, but I'd like to think Bolshoi Ballet is peaking at the right time for this challenge. Copper Horse Handicap, Vauban No. 7, $2.25. He is of obvious interest off 101 here, given his hurdling form. He is a Grade 1 winning, 160 rated hurdler from the Willie Mullins camp, so what is there not to like? Maybe his record so far would tell you a bit of ease in the ground would be preferable. But his chance is obvious off this weight, and you also have to remember he was also progressive in France on the flat before going to Willys. He doesn't like pace, so I like the 1M6F trip for him. But you will need luck from your draw and a decent start in this, as the bend comes at you very quickly here. His draw in 7 could have been worse.